Here we go.
Welcome back to Spill the Tea. And today I have Lawton from BroughChat. You may have recognized Lawton from our last episode. He was on with Victor and Izzy. And
oh my Lord.
He's back. We summoned him back.
Yes.
Said on what? Period, Peach. Period.
Back to dun 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 dun. All right.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing exceptionally well.
Wonderful.
Let's talk about. So BroughChat has reached over 100K followers on Instagram. That is huge. Congratulations.
Yes, absolutely. 110%.
How do you feel being a part of BroughChat, especially during this milestone where you have got over 100,000 fans watching y'all discuss the housewives? How do you feel?
You know, it's amazing. It really is. And we appreciate all the fans that DM us, that follow us, that, put their little 2 cents in. We so appreciate it. And I definitely think that with Mitch, this is his baby. He is the Barbara Walters of this platform, if you guys didn't know. Okay. So it's just like for him to have this baby and have it reach the highest potential that it ever has reached. And I think it's going to reach more and more and more each day that goes by. Okay. But 100K is so important, outstanding. Congratulations. I mean, I screenshotted the social media page and then messaged him. And he was just like, oh, thank you so much. And I was just like, congratulations. Like, this is a big deal. So I'm really happy where the platform has grown.
I don't know if I posted it on my Instagram story, but I was so proud of Mitch.
Yes.
I mean, when we first started Candy's Kingdom, we weren't called Candy's Kingdom, but when we first started Candy's Kingdom, BroughChat was one of the pages that we were inspired by.
Said on what? Period, Peach. Period.
BroughChat is one of those platforms that we love,
Yes, absolutely.
But I am proud of all of y'all because y'all were amazing. Y'all still are amazing. I've been listening to y'all debates. I'm like, that's exactly what I think. I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what I thought. Obviously, with Candy's Kingdom, we've also had Drew Sidora started following us. Hey, Drew.
Yes.
So that was amazing that not only have we got Candy who follows, we've now got Drew. So welcome, Drew.
You got the mother, and then you got a queen following you.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're queening at this point. T has been on hiatus for some time now. But with that being said, I have been busy making my debut album, Ky Klique.
Yes.
And that is out on the 6th of October.
Oh my gosh, I'm going to download it. Is it going to be available on Spotify?
The first single is out on Spotify.
Okay.
But we've had some issues with a few things, so we just stuck to YouTube for the most part. But we're debuting on October 6th. And also the clothing range Ky Klique is coming soon, where we're going to be giving y'all some nice t-shirts, nice hoodies, nice accessories that you can wear. And eventually, if you do come on Spill the Tea, you could wear your Ky Klique.
Yeah. Yes.
The click is snapping at this point.
The clicks are snapping. Yes, absolutely.
The game's called Bop or Flop.
Bop or flop. Okay.
So I'm going to give you some housewives. And you got to say bop if you think, okay, they were doing it this season, they should definitely come back next season. And then flop if it's like, girl, what were you doing this entire season? Get off my damn TV.
Okay.
And you should definitely not coming back.
I can do a little bop and flop.
Well, hopefully not like Courtney.
That's a whole nother story.
Moving on swiftly. First name, Marlo Hampton. Bop or she a flop?
You know, I'm gonna say flop, okay? And the reason why I say flop is because she had a problem with Candy this season, okay? About, oh, you didn't bring flowers because my nephew got killed. And first of all, condolences to Marlo Hampton's nephew, okay? Because, you know, my heart goes out to her for that point, okay? But I will say is that, why didn't you address this last year? Okay, why didn't you address this the previous year? Why all of a sudden now
it's in the atmosphere.
You want to address it this year? Is it probably because you have no storyline? Is it probably because, you know, the house that you were going to build, you know, last season, it's not going to happen? You just needed it to have a storyline for last season? But, you know, I just think that she is trying to conjure up a lot of expired beef, chicken, and turkey. And it's just, it's no bueno. It's no bueno.
For me personally, I mean, I'm in two minds about Marlo. Like, on the one hand, I'm like, I like seeing your nephews. You know, you got your fashion business. On the other hand, it's like, you are making up beef for no reason. So for that reason, I'm going to say she's a flop. So, on the flop side, okay, the next name. Sheree Whitfield.
Oh God. I definitely think that she is, I'm gonna say a bop, okay? Because I am so happy for her to be a grandma, okay? I am so happy that She by Sheree is, you know,
it's now Sheree
with the bank accounts. Yes, it's not Neverland. You know, it is not a clothing design that a housewife wants to come on the map, but then it's like it never happens. Okay, so she went through with the whole arrangement of clothes. I am happy for her. I wish that it went a lot sooner. I think everybody does. But I'm really happy for her. You know, I just wish that the clothing designs that were on the fashion show were on the website. So that's one thing, because I saw a lot of things that I liked, okay, that I want to purchase, but they are not on the website. So I'm just kind of like, what is going on? I know she says that with each drop, there is a date. But is that date 3 years from now? Like, what is going on? So I really hope that she gets all the clothing designs that were on the fashion show and let them be on the website so I can purchase them, because I see
get them on the website.
Yes.
Okay.
Wish
Sheree. I'm gonna have to. You see, again, I agree with you about her clothing range if they weren't by Shein. But I mean, I don't have a lot to say about Sheree. Because I didn't even like the fact Martell was a part of this season. I was like, where did you find this man? On the curb?
Personally, for me, I think the whole Martell and Sheree situation is completely fake. Okay, like
that's why I don't like it.
I see that, you know, there's like a good FaceTime and a good pop-up, but it's like, is that only when the cameras are up? Like, what happens when the cameras are down?
We need answers, Sheree.
We need answers. We need a whole, you know, English paper on it. Like, we need something, okay?
Not
So
English
I'm
paper.
kind of like, you want to bring this man on the platform. Is it because he is on another reality show and you are just trying to get more attention through this publicity relationship? Because like every single time that we see them, there's a camera. There's always a camera, okay?
Right. They've not been
But
spotted
what happens
outside
when
of
they
filming
fall? That's
without
what
the
I wanna know.
cameras. You're flap to me, Sheree. I'm sorry, but
I don't know.
Kenya Moore.
Kenya, oh my gosh.
Kenya
Definite
Moore.
capital
Okay.
B-O-P. Okay, Bop. All right. I
I love
love
Kenya.
Kenya. I don't always agree with her, but
Right.
the whole thing with Marlo, I totally agree. You know, if she and Kenya were going to be friends, she is going to have to renegotiate her deal with the devil. And I'm talking about Marlo. Okay. So I definitely think that Kenya this season, she had a rough season. You know, she went to the hospital both cast trips, you know, and first of all, going to a out of my dogs are barking, sorry. We're
Your dogs
not
are barking, but
okay.
when we first premiered, we had the car alarm going off.
Child, you need more than therapy. You need Jesus. You need the Holy Spirit. Child, whose car alarm's going off? You need the Holy Spirit. Ignore the car alarm in the background. Here we go again, the damn car alarm. Anyways, ignore the background noise, focus on my voice. So, Drew Sidora tweeted, I had to screenshot these tweets from Twitter, y'all, so bear with me.
Yo, remember that?
Yeah.
The car when I was like,
I know, it's
what to my
crazy.
phone.
But I definitely think that going to you're out of the country hospital, I would be nervous. Okay.
Really?
So for her to go to that, kudos to her. I definitely wanted to see more of her hair care spa because it looks absolutely gorgeous. Okay.
We're going to get into that. We're going to get into that.
I just, I want to see more of that, like the development. I definitely
And
think
more?
that her friend Akila, gorgeous.
Oh, I love her.
Absolutely
She
gorgeous. She
is-
needs a peach or needs to be a friend
She
of
definitely needs to be next season.
So
We're manifesting it and spill the tea.
I definitely want to see more of her. I definitely think that with Kenya, she has so much storyline that it wasn't shown this season. So I think that is the
We're going to get into that.
Okay.
Kenya, I've always loved Kenya. Again, I don't agree with everything she opinionates on. But Kenya, for me, was a bop. I want to see her back next season. But we're going to get more into Kenya. And I honestly love the friendship that her and Candy have, and especially with Cynthia as well. Like, them three need a spin-off.
Yeah.
They need a spin-off. Call it KKC, CKK, whatever you want to call it. Call it something, because we need that on Bravo. We're manifesting.
We're manifesting, yes.
Manifesting. Okay, Sonia Richards-Ross.
Girl.
I'm gonna start this one, Lawton. I'm saying that she's a flop straight there and then, because I'm sorry, Sonia, but I think you need to go to a different franchise because this one is not working for you. I honestly, I ain't got nothing else to say. Just not Atlanta, girl. Oh, we're happy that you're pregnant. We got a successful marriage, but you're not my cup of tea, girl. See ya. Bye-bye. Lawton.
Girl, she is a flop to the flop. Okay. And the reason why I say that is because she had so much of a storyline last season. Okay. She had her moving to Atlanta, getting a house, having beef, chicken, turkey with Drew. Okay. And, she was trying to find her way. Okay. This season, I really thought, that Mommy Nation is doing great. And, her family is moving out of her house. I mean, I thought there was going to be more storyline. But it's like every single time that I see her on my screen this season, I'm like, who's that? Like, what? Who are we watching? You know? Because
nobody. We're watching the
Housewives. It's a whole ensemble, okay? And each person that has their scene that is by themselves or with their family or whatever, you know, they go, you know what's going on, you know? But it's like with her, it's like, you know, the sister wants to move out, doesn't want to do her wigs anymore. I mean, it's just like so much that I'm just kind of like, I don't know where Sonya is going. And plus, she has been really laying low with the group, okay? Like, I mean, even with the reunion trailer that got released this week, you only saw her face. You didn't see her, you know, arguing with anybody. I mean, it was just 2 snippets of Sonya, and it's like, okay, there's her at the reunion. She was there. She was breathing. She was pregnant. And I'm happy for her that she's pregnant, but it's just like so many people want her to like be on next season because she's pregnant. And it's just like, she is not going to bring the drama. She is not. She is going to be in her Mommy Nation bubble, and that's okay. But I just think that, you know, if you are looking for a housewife, she is not it. And, you know, I definitely think that if you want to see her be pregnant, demote her as a friend, and we can see the baby bump, okay?
Portia Williams. Miss Portia. She's a complete bot. I've been on some of Portia's Amazon Lives, and she is funny. She's amazing. She answers the questions that I ask her too. I was on her live yesterday. Well, I wasn't a guest on her live, but I was watching her live, and a question I did ask her was, she was wearing like this brown dress, and I was like, "Is that your season 16 look?" And she was like, "No." She's like, "It's not my season look. It's not my season 16. Nothing to do with season 16." But then another person that was watching her Amazon Live was like, they had the rumor that she was going to be announced back on the show at BravoCon. Declined it. She was like, "Nah, the streets are talking." But I definitely think Portia should come back. Portia is that girl. Replace her with Sonya's speech. Give her Sonya's speech. At least there's someone with a storyline.
Yeah.
Someone that will give it to us. Portia!
Yes.
At this point, I'm not even mad if you bring Kim Z back on the show, because at least we got...
I'm not even mad if you give Courtney a peach, okay? Because, like, I don't like her, but here's the thing. Maybe we can see a storyline of her going to Party City to purchase the paper clips in order to form her jewelry line, okay?
Right.
So, like, or she goes to Office Max. Like, I want to see that, you know?
Okay, Courtney.
I will tune in, okay?
Okay, I'm just figuring here how much names I've got left to say.
But
Portia Williams. Miss Portia. She's a complete bot. I've been on some of Portia's Amazon Lives, and she is funny. She's amazing. She answers the questions that I ask her too. I was on her live yesterday. Well, I wasn't a guest on her live, but I was watching her live, and
I want Portia to come back. I definitely want Portia.
Okay, come. You're welcome to come back anytime, Portia.
Yes.
Drew Sidora.
Oh my gosh. Bob to the top. Okay. I am so ready for her to start filming the new season, okay? Because she is going to have a really good storyline, all right? I am so glad that she is divorcing that man that brainwashes her every single time, okay? Like, Ralph, he's an attractive guy, okay? But if you have seen their marriage, it's like, what is going on? You know, like her first season, he went to Tampa and didn't even let her know.
Right.
Okay.
I also want to say this about Drew.
The next season was, the assistant asked Ralph for a massage, And, you know, then there was the firing of the assistant. And then, you know, Ralph wanted to write a book about Drew's son and how to be a step parent, but you're not actually a step parent. You're just being the stand-in parent. You know, it's just like, there's so much to that marriage that it just didn't make sense. And I think, like, for Drew, she is a queen. I absolutely love her, okay? And I want to see her be an entrepreneur. I want to see her be a boss. I want to see her in her single life, okay? Like, I know she has 2 kids, but it's just like, Drew, she can shut it down, okay? Like, she can shut it down all the way down.
I was saying the same thing about Drew. I honestly do think Drew's a queen. I want to see more of her, like, her music career, because I know she keeps... I want to see more of your music.
It's like downloaded to my Spotify, okay? Like, I'm
always... Throughout the day, sometimes I'll be cooking. I'm like, cause you already know.
Ain't gotta ask me whose is it, cause you already know. Got me whipping it up in the kitchen. Sports and on we finish. Ain't gotta ask me whose is it, cause you already know.
Yes, Drew. So honestly, Drew, you are a complete bop. You know, we love you. You're a queen. We hope you're back next season. But Candy Burris.
Oh, Bob.
You already know what we're gonna say.
Bob. Okay, just 3 letters. Bob. Okay.
What annoys me about Candy is that I can't find anything that annoys me about Candy.
Right? Like, so many people call her boring. Like, Nene
right.
said that she was boring. It's like, you want to see her on the cast next season.
Tell them what? Period, bitch. Period.
Like, it's so confusing, you know? So it's like, no matter how many people say that Candy is boring, you want to see her on the next season, okay? And you know what?
Right.
I'm mad about something. Because she didn't get her Tony Award, okay?
Oh, my God.
Tony's... Tony, I'm speaking to y'all directly. You need to give Candy her Tony Award, okay?
Right.
Like, we need to see that because she has worked her butt off, okay? So, like, right. I want to see that happen. I am manifesting that either this year or next year, she is going to get a Tony, okay?
She is on the road for a Tony.
She is going to get a Tony, okay?
She's going to go get it.
Yes,
absolutely. Go get it. As on display on the next season of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. With Candy, I mean, if you didn't know already, we love Candy.
Yeah.
And what I love about her is she's such a boss.
Yes.
She's a boss. She makes boss moves. She's a heavy inspiration. Obviously, I just announced Ky Klique is coming out on the 6th of October, as in the album. And that album was heavily inspired by Candy. So she is a heavy inspiration. Okay, so Candy, we love you. Absolutely. Right along from Baffle Flat. That was some shady stuff. That was
it was very shady.
It was a shady game. We don't say. So, okay. Now I know some of y'all have seen the Carlos King and Kenya Moore interview on Carlos's podcast. And I like Carlos King. I think, you know, he does amazing interviews. And I think he brought out Kenya. He was getting her to spill some tea. And I was just I'm going to keep sipping that tea. So then we've got a few things to address. We're not going to address the entire interview. But we've got, I want to address some things.
Okay.
The first thing I need to address is why was her scenes cut out from the season, this season?
Yes.
I would have loved to have seen her hair spa because as you know,
me too.
We have Afro generic hair. So I would love to, you know, get me some Kenya Moore hair care and boost up this Afro. Get my edges. Well, I don't really need them, but if I got them, I might as well treat them.
The edges already laid, okay?
Yeah, well, I mean, the hair's already good, but we need some more Kenya Moore to enhance my hair. So I would like to see more of her hair spa.
Mm-hmm.
And with that being said, why did she not get a spinner? Because she was capable of getting a spinner. She deserves a spinner, but we never got a spinner. Even if it wasn't between her and Mark, at least we got one with her and Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Some sort of Kenya Moore spinner would have actually, been great to watch.
Yeah.
I think personally. I will say this, I definitely do agree with Kenya. I do believe that production has favored Marlo this entire season. Yeah. I feel like Marlo is as boring as Sonia. I didn't feel like she was given this season with that fake boyfriend that she got from fakeboyfriendexpress.com. She must have paid £15 or $15, however it is in currencies. But I was like, what am I watching? Kudos to you for your nephews. I like watching the nephew scenes. You can show that as a friend of the show. But the fake boyfriend, that looks like Todd. No. Marlo, no. So I wasn't sure why production, yet alone trying to make Marlo look like she's this nice lady. Yeah. And trying to paint Candy and Kenya as villains of the show when they are not. Yeah. So it really irritated me. It really did irritate me. It struck a bone, and I was like, if I get a hold of production, I am going to murder y'all. Because what was that? What was that? What is it? What was that? How do you think about Kenya being edited out of majority of the season?
I'm mad about it. I am so mad about it because I felt like when you are building up a business, you want that to be shown on camera. So that whenever it opens, you get like so many people coming to it. If it's shown on the show and stuff, that next season, it's going to be sold out every week. People are going to be going over there, and you are going to be getting a coin. Okay, and it's just like, for what? Like, why did her scenes get cut out? It doesn't make any sense. Like, I would have loved to seen her opening of the spa. Okay, but it's like, no, we had to see, Marlo and those feathers, have her like little events going on because she didn't really have much of a storyline. Okay, but it's just like, you would want that to be shown, but not somebody that has been on the show and has been giving you guys the greatest ratings ever. Like you want subpar to be shown, but you don't want the excellent to be shown.
Right. And I will say this, okay. I would have loved to. I know that the hair spa would have popped off anyway. Yeah. I was thinking about when you were talking about it being shown on the show. It's kind of like a promotion. Real Housewives of Atlanta is probably the most watched Housewives franchise. Yeah. And despite ratings this season, it is still one of the most popular franchises. When I think of Housewives, I don't think of Orange County, who started it. I think of Atlanta. Yeah. And, they didn't have a problem, and this is no shade to Candy, but they didn't have a problem showing Old Lady Gang when she was building that up. Yeah. So why did you not show Kenya Moore hair care spa?
I don't know. It just really makes me question production, because I felt like this season had so much potential, but it has been all Team Marlo, it feels like. Right. And we're seeing that production needs to be fired, okay? And then we need to get either like Carlos King to, be a production person on Bravo for next season, or like somebody, because I remember whenever he had to sit down with Nene, okay? Right. And how he was coming in to do season 5 of the reunion, and then he was coming in to do season 6. Okay, both those seasons, season 6 had the highest ratings ever. Okay, it was one of the best seasons. It was well produced, and it's just like this season, season 15, it's been like boo-boo crap. Okay, like I first of all want to say that I definitely think that people saying that this season is boring. It's not boring. Okay, there's been conflicts, or there's been rising up of conflicts. But when it comes to production and how it's produced, it is just like it's all over the place. Okay. And I just really want Bravo to take notice of what is going on and what fans are wanting, because it all is coming from production. Yeah, some of the people are boring on there, like, you know, Sonya. Okay. But I will say is that how it's produced is important as well. I mean, you can have great talent, but have a bad production team. So I'm just kind of like, it needs to be a refresh. And so many people that want like a reboot and scrap everybody, it's not going to go well. It's not going to go well. Okay.
I agree with what Candy said, because I think in an interview, Candy was like, you know, you can't do a reboot on New York, on Atlanta, like you did for New York, because Atlanta is so different.
Yeah.
I just feel like you need to edit some of the cast members, and then we might have a good season.
Yeah, absolutely, 110%.
Marlo. You know, Kenya deserved a lot more scenes. She deserved better this season.
A lot more.
Production, I am mad.
Yes, I'm mad too. I'm mad for her. Okay.
I feel like Kenya, you know, she's a lot more interesting than Mrs. Let Me Go Rent a Boyfriend. You know, she's a lot more interesting. She's a lot more interested than half of these bitches on this show.
Yes.
And, you know, I just really wish production didn't do Kenya so dirty this season.
Yeah.
I really wish they didn't do that. Okay. We can't. Let me just stop it there for Kenya's bit, because we'll be here until 9 p.m. talking about how much Kenya deserved better. Okay.
Yes, I got other things to do. I can't be there all day long.
I've got a movie to go to. I gotta go. Okay. Another thing she said in the interview was, I find it quite, not that I thought that they were beefing, but her giving Portia her props. You know, when she said that them two made magical TV together, and she was saying how Portia never hit below the belt. But one thing that I found very interesting was when she said, yeah, I think Portia has made some bad decisions, but I don't think she's a bad person. And then she said there's 2 people in the whole entire time that she was working on the show that she thought were entirely bad people. And I think we know who those 2 people are.
I'm going by her words, okay?
Yeah.
Whenever she said it. And I definitely think that the people that she was saying, and I may be wrong, okay? So, Kenya, do not strike me, okay? But I definitely think that it was Marlo. Marlo's a given. And Nene. I don't know. I think one of them may have been Phaedra. I was thinking maybe Phaedra, because Phaedra in season 9 wasn't the best face for the show. But then again, that wasn't towards her, that was towards Candy. But I don't know. But then she said her entire time working on the show, she saw 2 people as bad people. So I'm thinking maybe she's not mean directly to her. Maybe she's just talking about the cast in general. And that made me think, okay, she's either on about Phaedra, Nene, Marlo, or somebody else.
somebody else on the
I
show.
definitely think that one of them is Marlo. That's a given.
Oh,
The
yeah,
reason
that
why
one.
I say Nene is that season 12, I mean, it was Nene and Kenya's beef was just gutter, okay? Like,
It was,
I mean, it
it was
came
giving.
to plastic booty
Giving.
to did you spit on me, okay? So, I mean, it was just a lot of craziness. And, you know, Kenya always said in season 12, whenever she was on press and everything, that Nene is a bully. Okay. So whenever Carlos King and Kenya's interview came out and Kenya said there are only two people that she thought was mean, I definitely think it was Marlo, because Marlo, that's a 100% given. And the other, I think it was Nene.
We will never know because we know Kenya ain't gonna say who it
We
is.
will never know.
Long road, long road,
Wrong
long
road.
road. I changed it from wrong road to long road because it's gonna be a long road. Long road. Honestly, that interview was really good though. That interview,
Yes,
I
was
loved
good.
it. I mean, I feel like we now need a Porsche one because I want to get some tea out of Porsche.
And like,
But-
if we can like go back to Kenya's interview, I definitely loved whenever she was talking about her mom and her relationship.
That really did strike.
She really went in and told more, and it
You
was
know
just
what?
like it was so heartbreaking to
Even
watch and
hear
hear what she went through, because Kenya, she is a beautiful person. Okay, I don't always agree with her, but I can say for one thing first is that she is a beautiful person. She has a good heart. Okay,
She does.
and I think that the way that her mom treated her when she was wrong was dead wrong.
It was
110%.
more than dead wrong.
It was just so like, how can you do this to your own flesh and blood? How can you do this to your child? Like that's going to traumatize them, And it's just like how she went more in depth of how she went into the closet and she was hiding and she was going to surprise her mom. And then her mom took her out of the closet and was like, I'm never going to know you. You're nothing to me. I'm always going to disown you. It was so hard to watch.
I will say this. Kenya, she's a strong, beautiful woman.
Yes.
And a lot of her villain kind of like personality, well, it's not personality, but the whole villain look that she was given is mainly because of production. Again, relating back to how they always kind of favored Marlo. But when I was watching that interview, especially with the bit about her mom, I was like, I would have been so devastated. And like, just imagine how devastated she must have been. It's so hard. And I praise Kenya because a lot of people will be going through that. And for them to then see that someone is speaking about it, who has a huge platform, who's on a show, who clearly cares about the topic, and she's raising that awareness to that situation, and I, from the bottom of my heart, I feel really bad for Kenya, but I'm just so happy that she's stronger now, and she's strong for her daughter as well. And just seeing
She's
that,
a wonderful mother. Nobody can take it.
Just seeing that, I am so proud of Kenya. Kenya, we're proud of you, girl.
And it's just like a lot of people, and I'm just going to speak this like from generation after generation, they treat their children the same way that their parents treated them. So it's just like for her to break that generational curse and to be the mother that she always wanted to be and knew she could be to Brooklyn is amazing to watch. And I definitely think that she is a great mother.
Right. And I will say this, I remember season 6, when you remember Portia and Kenya were in that having a heart to heart. And that really struck me because they both wanted children so bad. Yeah. And they both wanted to be mothers. And just to see them two have a conversation with each other. Like we've always seen Portia and Kenya as enemies. And when we got to see them have that heart to heart, it was just like a beautiful moment. And then from seeing that from season 6, and then I think it was season 12, and Brooklyn had that Barbie birthday party. And then Portia and Kenya were again having a heart to heart, and they had their babies. You know, that is a blessing that these two queens are now mothers to beautiful children. And especially with Kenya to not have a mother in her life and to give so much love to her daughter. I am so freaking proud of Kenya.
And it's also amazing how Kenya and Portia were both pregnant at the same time.
I know.
It was just amazing too.
I loved it. Like, I was like,
not watch because Kenya wasn't on the show at that time, you know, while Portia was pregnant. But it's like to see it on their social media, they were both pregnant at the same time. And then for Kenya to come back on the show and then to watch them be mothers, it was amazing to watch.
It really was amazing to watch. So we have got another sticky topic. I'm saying sticky because it is hella sticky.
Yeah.
The Drew Sidora drama. Now, we're talking about the Real Housewives reunion in the next episode, and we probably will dive a lot more into Drew. But when I watched the reunion trailer, and I will talk about this a lot more episode, all I'm going to say for that is I was upset. But with the Drew drama that I am kind of seeing, I am so heartbroken for her because she's gone through a divorce, and then she got sued for 100K, not 100K, 1K, I think.
100,000.
100, was it 100,000?
No, 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. It was 1,000.
Drew's will be like, how do you not know that? So see her go through that divorce, and then to see her being sued for 1K, and then this whole Toya thing, it's a lot for Drew, and I'm heartbroken for Drew. But here's the thing. So, you know, there was something in, I think towards nearly the end of this season, where they were talking about how people saw Toya and Drew kissing at Cynthia's bachelorette party. I was like, why are we talking about this?
Yeah.
You know, did we not learn from season 13 that we were not going to talk about this shit again? I mean, now we're still talking about it. You know, it's the same thing. I hate to relate back to it, but it's the same thing with the whole Bolo thing. It was just like, it's dragged, and I'm just tired of hearing about the bachelor party altogether.
Yeah.
You know, and the thing is, what difference does it make if Drew decided that she was going to kiss Toya? What difference does it make?
I don't know. I think that for one part, I'm thinking, is this a publicity stunt of y'all talking about the whole Cynthia Bachelorette party because Drew is in a movie where she's kissing a woman and you are just trying to take an actual event and boost it up for ratings for your movie? Because I am definitely going to watch The Pass. You know, that was produced
about
by
that next episode.
Todd and Candy. I'm definitely going to watch it 110%. I definitely think Drew looks gorgeous in it. But it's just like, for one part, it's like confusing to me to say that when they were at the season 13 reunion and LaToya was saying, we kissed, okay? Then you fast forward to season 15 and they are at Candy versus Sex Party, okay?
Happy
to congratulate 10 years of
Candy.
Yeah. And then LaToya comes on the scene and saying, we never kissed. So it's just kind of like, I'm so confused.
Here's how I feel.
I'm very confused. It's just so much going on. So much.
You know, and here's the thing. You know, I was watching the Speak On It snippet that Candy posted on her YouTube channel, and then something about Drew came up. And I am so heartbroken that these two friends are in a disagreement right now.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I love them two together. I'm a big fan of both of them. So it's kind of hard to stay neutral between them because then there's different evidence being brought out. Well, I will say this, you know, I've never known Candy to be a liar on the show. And we got Candy saying, I saw y'all do it. And we got Drew saying, it never happened. You know, it's just so, I agree, it is confusing, but it's so sticky. But when I was watching the speak on it with Jamie, That's Me, I remember Candy or her editor played the clip where at the season 13 reunion, Drew said something like, oh, I kissed a woman. And then, I don't know how, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I saw that in her speak on it. And then they fast forward it to the season 15 confessional where Drew was like, I never kissed a woman. So I am confused. You know, I love Drew. I love Candy. You know, I think I'm just going to remain neutral between both parties. I think I'm not even going to take a side. You know, if you say it happened and you're saying it didn't happen, I'm just going to, at this point, I'm just like, double.
It's just so much. And I know I keep saying that word, but it is, you know, like first of all, the whole thing of Drew and Ralph's divorce, I was shocked, okay? Because I just always thought they were going to be that couple where it's like they had the problems, but they're going to stay together, okay?
Right. And
then, like, for them to get divorced and then for Drew to do this movie, then I'm hearing rumors that she's a lesbian. First of all, I don't believe those rumors one bit. I don't believe that. Okay, I definitely think that it was just a publicity stunt for the movie. Okay, and it's just like for them. I mean, for Marlo to be like, "Oh, girl, I heard this." Listen, we hear a lot of things about you, and we don't say them. So it's just like you might want to be careful because I would want to know all of the old men that you sprinkle baby powder on. That's one rumor I've heard.
We're gonna get cancelled now, shall we?
So I want to know. Like,
I mean, it's gonna spill the tea, so y'all spilling it. I mean, I will say this. You know, do I believe that Drew and Ty had a relationship? No. You know, I for sure don't see Drew attracted to women. And even if she is, why do y'all care?
Yeah.
But I don't believe Drew is even sleeping with a woman or even is trying to get with women. However, this publicity something, I don't think I'm going to leave it as I'm not going to comment on that. Because I know somebody's going to be like, so you're basically trying to say Candy is the reason for this publicity stunt? Like, and I'm not going to do that with you. I'm not doing that with you at all. So
it's so like I get so confused by everything because Drew, she has been going through a lot with the divorce, with her losing her grandfather. I mean, condolences sent to her for that, you know, because that has to be extremely hard, you know, and it's just like I want her to rise from the ashes and be the queen that she is. So I love Drew. The rumors about the lesbian, at first I was like, is she a lesbian? I don't know. But now from her being in the movie and stuff like that, now I'm thinking it's just all publicity stuff.
Right. So I think we're going to leave it there for this episode. Thank you, Lawton, for coming on. Guys, you actually might see Lawton again for the next episode.
Who knows? Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows if we're going to ask Lawton back. But thank you, Lawton, for joining me on Spill the Tea today. That is all I have for you.